Hello and thanks for watching Best Maths Tutors. We're continuing to go through the Edexcel Foundation Tier Paper 1 from 2019, and we're on question 23, and we're going to cover all the questions. So if you find this helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel. So question 23 is about a company which sells mints to shop owners, and ultimately at the end what we've got to do is we've got to work out the number of medium packets of mints that these shop owners buy. So it says here that each shop owner is going to buy either small packets, medium packets, or large packets of mints. So what we've got to do is we've got to work out how many medium packets of mints are we going to buy. So for each of these three shop owners, we're given either a percentage in this case, or we're given a fraction, or we're given a ratio in this case here for the final one. And what we need to do then for each one is work out how many medium packets of mints are bought, and then we're going to have to add them up at the end. So it says that Alan is buying 400 packets, but 32% were small and 40% were large. So we're going to need to work out what the percentage is that were medium. So we've got to find the percentage that were medium. So to do that, because the percentages of all the mints have to add up to 100, so if we add the 32 plus the 40, we'll get 72. And then if we then take away the 72 from 100, so 100 is the total number of all the mints together, so we take that 72 away from it, and we get, as a percentage, we're going to get 28%. And that's the percentage that's medium. So what we'll need to do then is actually get that as a number. So we need to find out what 28% of 400 is. And because we're on a calculator paper, what we can do is we can convert the 28% into a decimal. It's very easy. We just move the decimal point 2 places back, and that becomes 0.28. So we can see that the decimal point was after the 8. Just move it 2 places. So as a decimal, it's 0.28. And then we can just times the 400 by that 0.28. So if we do that, what we're going to get is 0.28 times 400. And so we get that we've got 112 packets that are medium. So the way I find easiest, as I say, is just to convert the percentage into a decimal if I've got a calculator, and do it that way. So then we're looking at the second shop, which Beryl runs, and we've got to find again the number of medium packets. So we can see that 3/10 are small packets and 1/10 is large packets. So if we added them together, then what we'd have is 3/10 plus 4/10. Sorry, that's wrong. Plus 1/10 would give me 4/10. So that's the number of small and large packets added together. So since in the whole amount there are 10/10, if we take 4/10 away from 10/10, so let's do that. 10/10 minus 4/10, that would give me 6/10. That would give me the fraction that is medium packets. So 6/10 of the 500 are going to be medium. So to do that, what we need to do is we need to times by the 6/10. So 6, and then 6/10 times by 500. And I could do this on a calculator, but it's actually probably easier not to, because if I just cancel this fraction down, 6/10 will become 3/5, and that's times 500. And what I can do is I can divide by the bottom of the fraction first of all. So 500 divided by 5 will actually give me just 100. So that become a 1, and the 500 would become 100. And then we ended up with 3 times 100, which is just 300. So that's 300 packets, are the number of medium packets that Beryl buys. Now we're going to look at Charlie, and it says that Charlie is going to buy 150 small packets of mints, but we're also given the ratio of small packets to medium packets. So the ratio of small to medium is actually 3 to 4. So that means since we've bought 100, or since he's bought 150 small packets, that means the 3 is actually 150. So that 3 in the ratio there represents the 150. So in our ratio, 3 parts equals 150. And what we're going to need to work out is the amount that 4 parts represents, because that's the medium bit. So if I divide both sides of this by 3, I'd get that 1 part is equal to 50 packets. And because I'm after 4 parts is going to equal, I've got to times by 4 there. So I've got to do the same thing to both sides, times 4. So 4 parts is worth 200 packets. So now we know the number of medium packets of mints that are bought by Alan, Beryl, and Charlie. So we've got 112, we've got 300, and we've got 200. So we need to work out what's the total. So the total is just equal to 112 plus 300, and then plus 200. So if we add all them together, I'm going to do this on the calculator just because we're on the calculator paper, so we don't really want to make any mistakes. So plus 300 plus 200, and there we go, 612. So we know we've got 612 medium packets that are bought in total. So that's question 23. Question 24 is where we've got a Venn diagram here. So Venn diagram. And we've got these 2 sets, which is A, which is in this circle, and B, which is in this circle. And then we've got the set of all these numbers, 1, 2, 3, up to 9 is the total set that we're looking at. And so we've got to complete the Venn diagram to represent this information. So what we would do is any numbers that are in both sets, we're actually going to put in the middle here. So we're going to put 9, we can see, is in both sets. And I think I'm going to do this by crossing them out as I go along so I don't get mixed up. So I'm going to put 9 in the middle. As you can see that 9 is in A, but 9 is also in B. So where they overlap is where we put that. So I'm going to cross the 9s out in all of them. I'm going to look at, then let's have a look at the 8. Right, the 8 is in A. It's not in B, so we can write 8 there. And I'm going to cross the 8 out and there as well. So let's look at 6. And we can see that 6 is actually in both sets. So 6 is in A and 6 is in B. So that's going to go in the middle. I'm going to cross that out and there as well. And so now if we look at the remaining numbers, in set A, 5 is only in A, it's not in B, but I'm going to cross it out in that one. And then if we look at 1, that's only in A, so I'll cross that out there and also there. And then B, in 2 is only in B, so I'm going to write that there and cross that out and that out. And then the remaining numbers, which weren't in either set A or B, actually go outside in the rectangle. So they go here, 3 and 4. So that's the Venn diagram completed. And so E is called the universal set, by the way, which is the total number of numbers. So this is the universal set. And this is all the numbers that we're going to use, that we're looking at. So that's all the numbers involved in this diagram, or in the universal set. So it says a number is chosen at random from the universal set. So we've got to find the probability that the number is in the set, and we've got this symbol here, A, and then this sort of upside down U and B, and that means the intersection of A and B. And the intersection means the numbers that's in both parts. Now, numbers in both. So when you've got an intersection, let me just do a little diagram over here again. So if I had two circles for the two sets, the intersection is actually this bit. So it's the numbers that occur in both of our sets. So we can see that we've actually got two numbers in this intersection of A and B. So in the middle bit. And that's out of, and then if we look at how many numbers we've got numbers 1 to 9. So we've got out of 9 numbers. So the probability that a number is in that, so I could write this like this, probability that our number is in the set of the intersection of A and B is going to be the number of numbers we've got in that, which is 2, divided by the total number of numbers in the universal set, which means all the numbers we're using. So that's going to be 9. So there we go. That's the answer. So I hope you found that helpful. And if so, please give us a thumbs up for the video and consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching.